G'day and welcome to Lawler's Corner 41. Who thought we'd get here? Here we are aboard the beautiful Pelican, anchored in the Brisbane River here in Australia, where we're now progressing towards a nasty old hot summer. But yeah, at least I'll be on the water. What's new in the world? Well, the Pelican, being a beautiful old boat she is, took her out the other weekend for a bit of a sail, and it decided to express its disdain for me ignoring her for a week while I worked. and she sat anchored in the river on her own for many hours every day. She doesn't like that, and she expressed her disdain for that by one of the throttle cables for the engine deciding to stop working. Wonderful fun, so I'll fix that in the morning. But on a brighter note, it's a long weekend here in Brisbane, Australia. It's for the Queen's birthday, bizarrely enough, the dead Queen. But they schedule these things in advance and you can't just change them at a whim. So it's the Queen's birthday weekend, which means Monday's public holiday, which is great because I'm back working again doing furniture removals, which doesn't impress me greatly, but at the same time keeps me fit. And but the best news is my granddaughter is coming on board tomorrow evening and staying on board the night, and then on Monday morning it's going to be a beautiful day in Moreton Bay. It's going to be 10 to 15 knot winds. It'll be sunny. They're gusts to 20 knots, which will make it interesting. And my granddaughter and I are going to set sail, and she drives the boat. She's only 13, but she's a member of the Australian Naval Cadets, which is a part of the ADF, the Australian Defence Force. And so she needs to learn how to sail a boat. If you're going to be in the Navy, it sort of goes together. And so between us, we're going to learn how to do that. Although she doesn't know that. She thinks Granddad's all wise and knows everything. She's in for a shock. But no, she's taken to it like a duck to water, so she's coming on board tomorrow night. And we're going to spend Monday sailing around 3 different islands out here in Moreton Bay. We're going to first sail out to St. Helena Island, which has an old convict prison on it. And we're going to examine the historical site there, and then we're going to get back on Pelican and go to a place called Dunwich, which is on Stradbroke Island, which is absolutely beautiful, and have a plate of hot chips at the Little Boat Bar, a wonderful little pub on Strady Island. And then we're going to sail to Horseshoe Bay and land on Peel Island, where we were going to visit the old historical leprosarium, a place where lepers were sent. And it turned out to be an extremely tragic and unnecessary thing. There were hundreds of people were sent out there on this wee island they were never allowed off again. And if you're a European, you got a reasonable standard of living. If you're an Aboriginal, then you got shite. But you were all sent to the leper colony. And the buildings still remain. They're being preserved by the Historical Society and the National Parks and Wildlife and the Queensland government. And so we're going to go and check out those ruins, and then we'll get back on board Pelican and sail back into the Brisbane River and sling the anchor out, and I'll drive her home, and we'll have a great day out. And I'm looking forward to it. And the Pelican, of course, I will have fixed the throttle by then. And she will love being back out on the water. She doesn't like being on anchor in the river for long. She gets very touchy. Boats have their own personality. Trust me, it's true. And you got to respect them and treat them well and look after them. Otherwise, they'll bite you on the arse. And regrettably, if a boat bites you on the arse, it's most likely going to fucking kill you. But yeah, otherwise you're going to get stuck somewhere in a ship's position and have to sort of do things that you normally wouldn't want to do. Like, cleaning the toilets or, the general maintenance of a damn boat. A lot of work. But anyway, oh shit, a brick. I haven't put up a link. God, I'm smart. Just let me copy the link here, if I can find it. Invite. Copy link to. Yep. Okay. Now we got to go to YouTube and find me. I should be here somewhere. Maybe not. Evidently, YouTube doesn't think I want to see it. That's good of them. Maybe if I go here, your channel. YouTube. Yes. And then go. Oh, I've got to do something technical here. I got to do a paste. Paste. Da-da! And then pin. Stuff that up. Because you go to the 3 dots, Gregory. Pin message. There you go. Please, someone come up and save me from talking all my usual bullshit. Otherwise, I'll start showing you videos, drone videos, and I'm sure you don't want to see them. I know I don't. Oh, and I've blown it. I just fucked up somehow. All right, let's go back. Maybe that'll work. Yes. All right, back to StreamYards. G'day, I'm back. Off on my little adventure as a boomer, trying to solve the technological issues involved in doing a bloody live stream. But I don't mind it. It's fun. Ta-da. Aussie Amanda. G'day, mate. Long time no see. You're looking good.
Thank you. Yeah, long time no see to you.
Yeah. Well, back to work. And like bloody will get this boat saleable that it's not going to sink in the middle of Moreton Bay somewhere.
Yeah, I'll start back at work after Monday.
Oh yeah, cool. Cool.
It's not Queen's birthday. It's Labor Day long weekend.
Yeah. So you're not true socialists. You'd celebrate it like we do here in Queensland on the 1st of May, or the weekend of the 1st of May. And because we're true socialists up here.
I've got crazy dingo telling me, oh yeah, they had a long weekend a couple of weekends ago. Yeah, it's long weekend. And I went, no, it's not. I went, hang on a minute, long weekend. Oh, you idiot for you, moron. Because he's in Western Australia. It was the Queen's birthday long weekend for Western Australia.
Yeah. Queen's long weekend here too, which is great because I get a chance to take Pelly out and give her a bladder around the bay, which she'll love. And no doubt something else will break because it's a boat. And that's what happens when you go boating, is things go wrong every time. It's part of the fun, problem solving on the foot.
I watched Below Deck Mediterranean and Cypriots. They fucking come too. One season it was 2 anchors side by side on each side.
Yeah.
They were that small that in the current they were getting entangled with each other.
Oh, wonderful. That's always fun.
Yeah. So
I've got two. Sorry.
Okay. One of the last days I had to really drop off the people by a cab and then get down hands and dirty and stuff and to get them untangled.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Yeah, problem solving on the foot. Yeah, it's great fun. I woke up once again I came home from work last week to find that my bilge pumps had given up the ghost and had decided that they didn't want to be on the boat anymore. And that led to a frantic 2.5 hours of bailing my boat out with a saucepan to get down to get the water low enough in the bilge so we could get to the bilge pumps. And like as would have it, there was a spare bilge pump on the boat. So we were able to jury rig that and whack her in the bilge. Still going like a treat, but it's not a very powerful bilge pump, but it's enough to keep up with the flow of water. Because all wooden boats leak. It's the fact of life with wooden boats. They let water in. It's just life. But, as long as your bilge pumps works, or you've got a big enough saucepan, your Bob's your uncle.
Yep.
Although it's damn hard to sail while you're bailing. Because if the water gets up to the height of my cockpit, we're going to the bottom.
Yep.
But that won't happen. The Pelly will look after me because I'm treating her nice and I'm buying her all sorts of nice flash things. Bling, the only way to a woman's heart. Although, yeah, I'm going to take advantage of being out on the bay to actually start scraping some of the old paint off. It's time to paint her and make her look pretty again. Not that she's not. Don't get it wrong, girl. But no, she's a very pretty bat. Let's not misunderstand this. No, I'm having a ball. But yeah, so I thought I'd go live because my algorithm is obviously out to the shit house by now. and I thought I better say something up here. And I was hoping Crazy would join us. I was over at Rag Channel.
Yeah. I'll let Tonic know that you're live and people from Chicky's channel.
Oh, yeah, cool.
To let you know that you were live in 45 minutes back then.
Yeah.
So,
but it's wee hours of the morning in America. I think it's about 6 a.m. in 5 a.m. or something in New York.
Mm-hmm. Tonic's had one hell of a ride in the last 24 hours, so he's going to be out probably for the next couple of days, just chilling.
Who's this? Tonic.
Tonic.
Yeah. I was hearing some, echoes and whispers on YouTube of him copping a bit of a hard time lately.
He got caught up in the hurricane.
Oh, right. Poor bugger.
Hurricane hit Fort Myers head on.
Yeah.
And he was on another YouTuber's roof in her place. And look, I'm not going to drop names because I don't want you to get all the drama and stuff. But and her dwelling, I don't know if it's a mobile home type thing. And,
that's not a good place to hide enough cyclone.
No. So
no, it wouldn't be the place I'd recommend.
Property is damaged.
Underground's a good place.
Yeah, well, her property is damaged. It was flooding anyway.
Oh, so, shit. Yeah. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. But he's out, he's safe, and yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, and did his place survive?
No, the place he was staying at, he was supposed to be renting this place.
Oh, shit.
And, yeah, it didn't survive. It had water go up to the ceiling, I think, inside.
Well, goodbye house. That's fucked now. Yeah. No, shit, the poor buggers. We're just coming up to our flood season. And in our third El Nino effect for 3 years in a row now. So floods are on their way to Australia. And me and Pelican will be ceasing contact with the land at that point. And I'll be heading straight out to sea because the last flood, 4 people died in this river. And I don't plan joining them. So me and Pelly are going, as soon as they issue the first flood warning, boom, bang, straight out in the bay. We've already organised it with work, going, listen, mate, if it's flooding, me and the boat are leaving. And they're going, no, fair enough. Just give us a call when you get back. And I'm going, yeah, well, it'll be a while. Because it's going to be a nasty flood event season again.
It'd be about
and last
3
time
months.
I think we flooded. Yeah, but we flooded. We'd flood and there'd be a couple of weeks and then we'd flood again. Then a couple of more weeks and we'd flood again and again. It just went on and on. And then, of course, it takes weeks for all the debris and crap to come out of the river, and there's no point coming back up the river at that point. And you got to wait until all that crap dies down a bit. Like even now, we're still at the moment they're releasing all the dams. Somerset and Wivenhoe and all that are releasing water in anticipation of the coming rains. And so there's lots of crap already floating down the river. You know, trees and fucking logs and all the bullshit that people dump into the river for some unknown reason. But it's going to be a nasty one. And I'll be well out to sea by then. Going, holy shit, where do I go? North, south, east, or west? It ain't going to matter. It's all going to be flooding.
Yep.
So just making sure I've got it. Sorry?
We've already had good storms at night. We've pretty much had sun showers throughout the day.
No,
like,
they're all
that type of weather. You know that type of weather that you go out and you put, like, you do your washing early in the morning and you think to yourself, it's going to be a nice day, but then you see the clouds coming in. You know that's going to be a shower.
Yeah. Oh,
4 days for the last 2 weeks. That's all it's been.
Yeah, with us at the moment, it's still Saturday evening, so it's showers, overnight showers tomorrow. There's one warning for Monday morning. And because I haven't paid enough money, they won't tell me what the warning is. But that's all right. Sunday afternoon, it's just partly cloudy, chance of rain. Evening, it'll be cloudy, and then overnight fine. And Monday morning, beautiful sunshine. So at 8:30 in the morning, which is the bottom of the low tide, the anchor will be coming up on Pelly, and me and the green girl will be heading out to sea.
She'll like that.
And, she's loving it. You know, it's great with teenagers to give them a bit of responsibility. They respond to it well. You know, you put them on the spot and you go, all right, here's the steering wheel. Keep us alive. Oh, I'm too young to drive. No, you're not. I'm the skipper. I can say you can drive the boat. You can drive the boat. Now you're driving the boat. And she took it like a duck to water.
And plus, it gives her time away from mum.
Yes. Yeah, because at the moment she's 13, so you can imagine her and mum and the stepdad are fighting like rabid dogs. I remember going through it with the girl. How often I wanted to murder it. And so I mean, it gives them a break, and it gives me a chance to sort of get into her head a bit and maybe instill some sense of responsibility. And and the people aren't going to understand responsibility until they're given it.
Nope.
And in a life and death situation, well, not life and death, but I mean, when the responsibility is everyone's safety and the boat, that's pretty awesome for a 13-year-old. And she took to it. She looked pretty stressed, which was funny, but and then I got her out on the bow spide of the boat right at the front. Mm-hmm. And I'm going, well, just step out there and have a look at the waves, the bow slicing through the water. You'll love it. And she was all, oh, no, I'm scared. So I went out there and said, look, I'm Leo DiCappuccino. Put my arms out, the famous scene from Titanic. And I said, see? And then I turned around, just sat on the rail and going, look, you're safe as houses, just hang on to the shrouds. And you're right. And so I went off, and then she eventually got on there, and I went back to the cabin, and I had the daughter on board, and I said, look at that. I said, we'll have to use a lever to fucking pry her off that fucking bowsprit now. And it took about 3/4 of an hour before she'd had a gutful of sitting out there on the bowsprit, and then came back into the cabin. And and I'm just cracking up going, got her hooked. And I'm going, oh, wait till you see the porpoises. And of course, she wants to see the islands and all that shit. So, we're have an absolute ball Monday. It'll be fun. So long as the boat doesn't do anything too silly. Hey, old girl. Don't test us too much.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's Moreton Bay. It's a dangerous waters. They can change schizophrenically in a flash, and suddenly you're in, serious sailing waters. And I don't know. Well, no, I'm confident that I've got enough skills to keep us alive. And if it all goes wrong, well, I don't think anyone would have saved us. If I can't, I'll have a crack at it. I'll fight it to the bottom. I'll bail the fucker out as we're going underwater. We can get out still. No, we'll be right. Hang on. No, we got life life.
You're an Aussie. You're an Aussie.
Yeah.
We just MacGyver everything.
Oh, boats are perfect. And I mean, truck driving teaches you how to improvise and jury rig shit so you can get home. And a boat's not much different. Like when the throttle went on it the other day, I just 100 mile an hour taped the fucker back on enough so that it'd get us home. I'll fix it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
No point rushing these things. And then Monday we'll have an absolute ball out at sea. Because when the throttle's working, I can get 6 knots out of it at 1,500 revs. And it's boiling it's using about 1.7 litres of diesel to do that. And I've got 120 litres of diesel. So I can basically motor for 2 days solid before I run out of diesel. So, with that as a backup and the sails, there's nothing we can't do. And
because you can turn the motor off and just go sailing.
Go to the sails. Yeah. If everything dies in the motor, you just go to sails. It's a little harder. It might take you a little longer, but that's why it's a sailboat. That's its primary purposes.
There's a yacht in the Mediterranean. You've got the two. One's a below deck Mediterranean, one's below deck sail yacht.
Yeah.
And so one's half. It's half sail, half motor.
Yeah. Well, basically the same as mine. It's a motor sail.
But the other one is pure luxury super yacht. Both of them are super yachts, but one's got the sails on it. And,
that'd be awesome, the sailed one.
Yeah.
The super yachts, I'm not keen on that. I've got a mate, couple of boats down, and he's got a 45-foot flybridge motor cruiser. And, it's a lovely boat, but it's inherently unseaworthy as far as I'm concerned. It heels around. It's got no keel. It just flops around in the water. The wind hits it square on. She keels over. And I'm thinking, nah, this isn't good. I mean, you've got impressive motors and speed. I can see how you get through the water, but once your motor dies, you're fucked. You're at the mercy of the winds and the tide. That ain't good in a big square shape. But, oh, hello, gorgeous. Oh, what's his name? Her name?
That's Stormy.
Who?
Stormy.
Oh, gorgeous. Oh, look, it's even got banded eyes. Oh, that is sweet. I'll break up that earwax, Mum. Get in behind. He'll love you forever.
It's a girl. But yeah.
Then. But break up that earwax for them. They love that shit. I like doing it to mine until they get dizzy because you're fucking with their inner ear. And then you stop rubbing it and they're sort of flopping around going, shit. But they'll come back for more every time.
Got to get used to it.
Oh, yeah. They love it. Hang on, I've got to grab another beer. I'm running out. Oh, my God. And here's me being very rude. I haven't said hello to everyone in chat, which is Cliff Hickson. G'day, Cliff. How's it going, mate? And you're in there too. You schizophrenic. You're everywhere. Yeah, but regrettably, the same, thank God. I've had to go back to work because owning a boat is just fucking. If you don't have income, you can't. And so I've got on to. I can hear him. I can hear her having a bit of a chat there. She's a, you're in for it. You're in for it. My bloke chats like there's no tomorrow. It's not annoying. I think it's great because I talk back.
It's past her bedtime.
Oh yeah. Puppies and babies and sleep. They don't combine together well.
Nope. I want
to play. It's 4 a.m.
Ever since we got her bedtime's been 7:30.
Yeah.
And then now her birthday's been 7:30.
Yeah.
But from Monday night or Sunday night, it's going to be 8:30 because
of course, because you've got fairyland fucking time. Oh, you poor bastards. No, look, the sun still comes up the same time here in Queensland and it goes down the same time every day. Oh, with a bit of variation. But yeah.
Not here.
I know, it's insane. Worst is Victoria. Melbourne, man. They got twilight down there. Like here in the tropics, it's daylight and then it's nighttime. There's no fucking around in between. In Melbourne, it goes for fucking hours. And then you add daylight saving to it, and it's 9 o'clock at night, and the sun's still fucking up. And you go, fuck off. What's wrong with you people? You know, and they go, no, we need it. And you go, for what? For God's sake, plus that extra hour of sunlight will fucking fade the curtains quicker.
Yeah.
And it puts the cows off their milk.
All my US friends were like, oh, it's been a hot summer here and all this shit. And I'm like, fuck off. I'm going through winter. And then we've got our Nina season for a third year in a row. And I'm like, mate, we need a dry summer.
God, yeah.
For 3 years.
And we need, you know, like, having gone back to furniture removals, we're the only people that enjoy a drought. Because it doesn't fucking rain and we don't get wet at work. So, you know, I'm all for droughts. You know, fuck the farmers. Bring on the droughts. Means more work for us moving the farmers out of their farms. And we're the only people that enjoy fire ants here in Queensland because we have fire ants here. I've had them for years. And but it means no one can move their pot plants. You know, I just love going, nah, fuck, we're not taking your weeds, lady. They go, oh, but my precious plants. Go, don't give a shit, love. It's a $70,000 fine to move your pot plant. We're not moving it.
Are you near Townsville?
No, I'm in Brizzy.
Okay.
We're 1,000 kilometres more. It's about 1,000 miles. So what's that? 1,000 miles, about 1,400 k, something like that.
Because
takes 2 days.
TV show called Snake Wranglers, and they're based up. Snake Wranglers.
Oh, okay.
And they're based up in Queensland. And
Queensland, if it's insane, it's in Queensland.
Well, you got the Eastern Browns, the Carpet Pythons, Red Bellies, and I'm like, yeah, can you imagine it? Yeah.
I do love a red belly black. And they're not into biting people. They're frog hunters. They love eating frogs. And that's why they've been decimated because of the cane toads. Because they try to eat the young cane toads and it kills them. And you can tell where the cane toads are because there's no more red belly black snakes. Brisbane has slowly, the red belly black snake population is improving here in Brisbane. Yeah, which is good to see. I do like them. They're so beautiful. And honestly, not an aggressive snake. They'll run away from you. They'll hide. You know, if you
Yeah,
stand
it's
on
only
one,
if you attack them. It's only if you come
yeah,
after
yeah,
them, they'll attack
yeah.
you.
I mean, most people who die of snake bite in Australia, which is very few, but most people who get bitten by snakes, and quite a few people are envenomated by snakes in a year. But you know, people don't die anymore. We have modern medicine. Every doctor has antivenin,
Yeah.
uh, all that good shit. But you know, and so our red belly blacks are slowly coming back, and they're just so gorgeous. A snake, they really are the most beautiful snake, I reckon, out of all of them. They're damn scary looking. But when you see that belly and that pink and that red, oh, it's just beautiful. And I've seen them with blue bellies, and that's absolutely stunning. But it is a red belly black snake, but it's just the color of its underbelly is blue. But
Okay.
beautiful. It's like they're up in Darwin and in northern Queensland. There's a green tree snake that is ultraviolet blue. It is the most stunning snake I've ever seen in my life, and
Okay.
it's a wee tree snake, quite harmless, mildly poisonous, but relatively harmless. And it's yeah, just a beautiful snake. I was stunned when I saw it. Vivid blue, really is incredibly stands out. Don't know how it survives in the bush, but yeah,
Up in
an
the
amazing wee snake. They come in all colours. Like,
yeah.
but we have a nice green tree snake here in Brisbane, but it's mildly venomous. But it's got a yellow line on its jaw, which is different to the other green tree snakes. And you see him; he's a lovely little snake. He's not going to intentionally hurt you unless you do something dumb. But I like them. I'm not going to shoo them out of my yard. They're cool. Yeah.
The only that I will shoot out of my yard if it's a fucking brown snake.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna. But I mean, if you just wait, the brown snake will move on. The snake's not going to, move into your house to live. You can get rid of him.
They had this couple. It was a family. The
Yeah.
son just happened to leave his electrical blanket on one night. Went to
Mm-hmm.
school, and the father happened to walk past his bedroom and went something on the bed. Yeah, carpet python on the kid's bed.
Yep. Seeking a bit of warmth.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the problem. I mean, if you're camping, the snake might snuggle up to you during the night. You just don't want to react badly when you wake up. No sudden movements, and don't piss the snake off is my advice. If you wait, it'll leave. It's a snake.
Dumped on by my dog.
Yep. Oh yes, yeah, you get dogs seeking body heat. Jesus. Yeah, nothing better. Mind you, it's been cold here today, but it's been wet all day. Yeah,
Same
drizzly, not decent rain, just drizzle. You may as well live in bloody Hobart. They have that drizzle every day.
Yep.
Yeah. So it was cold this afternoon. I had to go to shore to get my cigarettes, and I thought, fuck. So I had to get in the dinghy in the rain and putt to shore, which takes about 10 minutes to get there, and then go to the shops, get nicely warm and toasty in my car, and then get out and get back at the dinghy and try and get back on the boat. Yeah, wasn't happy.
So are you out in the river or?
Yeah. I'm anchored in the river. It's if I was on a mooring, I'd probably have to pay rent, but under anchor, I don't pay anything. So I don't have rent, I don't have electricity bills, and I don't have water bills. I cut across to the other side of the river, and there's a council mooring jetty there that I can pull up on and plug my hose into the tap and fill my water tanks. So there's no water bill, there's no electricity bill, no rent. And I've got $1 million views of the city. Like it's just stunning. And yeah, it costs nothing except the risks and the odd time when you're getting rocked around the place by large boats going past. But I mean, you get used to that. And I mean, for me, I love it at night when I'm crawling to that bed. I'm asleep within minutes because it's just gently rocking. And yeah, you just fade out. Boom! I get through 1 or 2 pages of me book, and I'm out to it. And that to me is the best part of it. But as soon as 5 o'clock comes in the morning, the first Brisbane City cat, which is our ferries here on the river, go roaring past my boat, and they kick up a massive bow wave. So about 5 in the morning, I tend to suddenly wake up and go, fucking city cats, and they do that until 11 o'clock at night. And you just get used to it. You start going boom, 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 and just to hold on to your beer. No, it's not that violent. I mean, this boat sits in the water like a big fat pelican, so she handles waves really well and rolls. Yeah, so she's steady like that. That's the best part of it. Like I've actually got the bow to smack into the waves and get the water running off her, washing over the deck. Man, that's just awesome. And she just comes up like a porpoise every time. Yeah, gotta love her. Good. Oh yeah. She's a solid old thing. And so long as I keep up the maintenance on her, she'll last me out. And I keep telling the grand girl, if she can learn how to sail the damn thing, she can have it when I'm gone. I don't know whether that's a good idea when you're out on the middle of the ocean and she's looking at your back while you're standing near the rail. Oh, I get the boat. Oh, sorry, Granddad. You got to wonder about children these days. It's like she wanted to bring a friend on board, and I said, "Well, no, you can bring a friend on board, but I'd have to have another adult on the boat, just to cover my ass." And she's going, "Oh, but Granddad," I go, "No, honestly, sorry, a friend can come on board, but there has to be another adult on the boat. I'm not going to take 2 kids out to sea on my own." Yeah, good Lord, you'd be leaving yourself out wide open to get hammered big time.
Yeah.
So
it's better when she starts to know everything.
Yeah.
And you're happy with her knowing certain stuff.
Like I tell her, tomorrow, the purpose of tomorrow is to teach her about the sails. Just the basics. That's the headsail. This is the main. We set them up like this. And we look at the telltales to determine, how well we're sailing. And she goes, "I already know that, Granddad." And I go, "No, you don't. You really fucking don't. But we'll deal with that tomorrow." And she will. That's the plan is she has to steer the boat and I'll operate the sails. And so, yeah, she'll get lots of nautical miles under her belt with her at the helm. And I'll learn a bit more about how to sail the damn thing. And deal with moments where we get broaching on the sea and all the crap that goes with sailing. And yeah, it'll be great. She'll learn to how you react under stress and in moments of emergencies. You've got to be calm. If you're not, shit's gonna go bad. And she'll learn all that crap. And I'm rapt that I've caught her interest at that vital time at 13. If you can get them interested in something outside of family and outside of the norm, it's going to help.
That's how a lot of these captains, like we Captain Sandy from Blowdeck Med, she had a hard time in school. The moment she got a driver's license and people were buying her drinks for her, and apparently there was like open bars for like
right,
their drive-through bars. So she was drinking while driving, so she's had a couple big accidents.
Yeah, poor bugger.
She went into sailing. She went into yachting.
Yeah.
Gave her a chance to be on a yacht, and off she went.
Took to it.
Captain.
Yep. I'm hoping that's going to be the effect on this girl. I mean, she's 13 and in that rebellious stage. So, what not better way to let out all your angst by fucking going out there and challenging yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I'm presenting it to her. I'm going, look, this is all about, going outside our comfort zone. Putting ourselves out there a bit, and only a bit, because I'm still the granddad. My responsibility is to make sure we actually get home.
Exactly.
And plus the captain. So I'm responsible for everything that goes fucking wrong on the boat or at sea. And so there's a bit of pressure there, and that's good. She is I reckon she'll thrive.
Yeah.
With the whole being dumped into that position of, well, not dumped. She's now willingly. I did dump her in it last weekend. As soon as we got it under sail and we're going down the river, I went, Lexi, jump on the helm. You got to drive the boat. And she's going, oh God. I go, yes, you can. Just get on the fucking thing and do it. And then had to teach her about, when you steer, you've got to correct in the opposite way. Once you've achieved whatever bearing you want to be on, you've got to counter steer to stop the motion of the boat swinging.
Mm-hmm.
And, all those sort of vital things. And she took to it. She was doing really well by the end. And and so tomorrow will be the second stage of indoctrinating a bit of salt water into her blood. And I think she'll take to it. I mean, what a greater story to go home, to go back to school. Like school holidays end here in Queensland on Tuesday. New South Wales got another week.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm flat out at work next week and probably half the week after, as we suck up all the removals out of New South Wales, because we moved the military and all the government officials around. So our busiest times of the year are the school holidays. Christmas, man, my pet theory is everyone waits till the thermometer hits 30 degrees Celsius and goes, I've got a good idea. Let's fucking move. During winter, furniture removal is starved to death. No bastard wants to move. But come summer, they all go, whoa, let's move. It sucks. The hottest time of the year doing this shit of a job. But I've been doing it now for 49 years. I can load a truck, and I swear blind I can do it with my eyes shut. I don't know. It is just basic instinct now. It's just bring it. They bring it and I make it disappear and end up with square, flat walls of furniture, and which actually survives the journey 99.9% of the time. Got to allow for. And I love telling people this when I drop their fridge. I go, oh, mate, I'm sorry, but it's the law of averages. You lift 1,000 fridges, you got to drop one. Oh, sorry, it was yours. Or telling them that, you only roll your truck once every 1,000,000 kilometres, and I've only done 999,000 Ks, so I should be right to get their shit there. Or carrying the TV in. If you want to freak people out on the furniture removal, tell them their TV's fucked. They will lose it. Rational people will become completely irrational if their TV is fucked.
Yep.
And my favourite gag was to walk in holding the TV against my chest going, hey, love, did this screen have all these cracks in it before? And just watch them fucking lose it. It is fucking funny, man. It's my best joke of the day, is doing that one on people. And it's great to see the reaction. They just fucking lose it. It's unreal. Like after 49 years, I can make them feel sorry and apologise to me for me breaking their furniture. I can right around on them, go, it's your fault, mate. That's IKEA. You should have disassembled that and flat packed it. You can't blame me that the fucking thing fell apart on the journey. It's not designed for it. And they go, oh, I'm sorry. And you go, yeah, so you should be, mate. You go, wow.
Same as furniture.
Sorry?
Fantastic furniture. Their shit's not meant to last.
Oh, absolute crap. Most furniture is. Oh, hello. And here is the one and only Crazy Dingo. Crazy, how's it going, mate?
Okay, Greg, long time no see. What are you doing with that strange woman on your panel?
You know me, I attract the nutters in the bloody loose ones.
Well, yes, I agree with that. She is a nutter.
Well, she's in good company. She's with a couple of nutters.
Well, maybe you, but not me.
Hey, I'm...
Oh, God. You must be smoking that bushweed.
No, evidently it's called mango green or something.
Mango crap? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. When I was a boy, it was just called fucking weed. Now it's called all sorts of strange things. You've got Sudan Kush or some shit. Even going, mate, it's just weed. If it doesn't get me stoned, I'll be back.
Oh, no. No. Rebel, Connie, for a couple of days, like, everyone's donating money to Tonic, but no one's donating to me, and I'm sitting here with shit fucking smelling weed.
Yeah. I just wish his mother would flog him more often.
Yeah, well,
He'd
back in
make
the
more
old
money.
days, if it smelled like shit, you smoked it, you got stoned.
That's the one. Yeah, but mind you, I remember 3 fingers in the bottom of a Ziploc bag.
Oh,
Not those Ziploc, those folding ones, and that cost $30 fucking dollars.
Yep.
And if you didn't have 3 fingers, you were being ripped off.
Yeah.
Now, fuck me dead, $400 a fucking ounce and up. When I was in Darwin, I was paying $4.50 in Oz, and that's what? Well, that's a few years back now. I dread to imagine what you're paying in Darwin now. It's not exactly a hospitable country for growing weed.
I've got to show you, Greg.
Hey?
I've given the weed up.
Oh, good Lord, no.
Yeah, I gave it up, mate.
How you handling it?
I was paying $150 an ounce.
Mm-hmm.
Mate was growing it, and he's doing different strains. And the last time I had a smoke was Purple Kush.
Oh, yum. Yeah, I've had purple. Oh, anything purple's normally good weed.
Yeah. And I decided, well, after I had a stint in hospital, I'm going to give it up.
Bring it,
yeah, so I gave it up. And
how long did you spend in the hospital?
Oh, only 5 days, mate.
Oh, that's fucking long. That's way too long, man.
Pain in the chest.
Ooch.
And I went down on the floor. I actually put myself on the floor.
Yes,
and,
my man.
Wife got the ambulance. They put me in hospital. I had the CAT scan, ultrasound, and the angiogram. No problems with the heart. They found no problems with my heart. I went and saw the heart specialist a couple of weeks later. She put me on an ECG, and she said, "You've got no problems with your heart. I just want you to take these tablets, cholesterol tablets."
Yep.
They found a slight blockage.
Yeah, no, I'm on those bastard things.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Rogue.
I thought, fair enough. I'll take them. Not a problem.
Yeah.
And she said to me, She said, What did you do when you first had the pains? I said, I thought it was indigestion or heartburn. And I asked the wife to get me some milk. She said, good move. She said, because that's all it was.
No, okay. So a bit of a gastric reflux. Yeah, regrettably, that's what I put it down to at first. Was I'd had an ulcer many years ago, and it gives you what they call relative pain. It gives you this incredible pain right in your shoulder blade. It is just wicked. And I got that, and I'm thinking, it's just me ulcer playing up, drinking too much rum, not eating enough, usual yarn. And I'm thinking, it's me ulcer playing up. And then, as the hours went by, the things just got worse and worse and worse. And in the end, I'm going, maybe this isn't fucking an ulcer. This is feeling more like a heart attack by now. And then I got a big shot of electricity between my shoulder blades. It was incredible. And it felt like it broke my spine. The pain was so intense. And I went, I'm fucked. I'm in trouble. And immediately hit AAA and got onto the meat wagon. And they're going, tell us about it. And I explained it. And they're going, look, help's on its way. An hour and a half later, the ambulance arrived on my doorstep. And I'm thinking, and they nearly gave me a second heart attack because I was running around like you do when you fucking crook.
Yeah.
What do? You start thinking stupid thoughts. So I thought I've got to clean up the house before the ambos arrive so that they don't think I'm an alcoholic and live like a pig. And as I'm running around the house cleaning it, God, I won't clean the house on the best of days, but I'm having a heart attack, so I decide I'll clean the fucking house. This is why men die before women. And then as I'm running around, next moment, these three figures loom up at my door. It scared the crap out of me. And then I realized it was the ambos. And then, from there on, it was an extremely fast trip to hospital with the lights on and the siren and all the good shit. And then hit the hospital. And then he got stabbed, poked, prodded, examined, x-rayed, CT'd, and
they took me. I got to the hospital. And I thought, great, going to be sat in emergency. No way, straight in, straight through to cardiology.
Yeah, there's no fucking around, man. Like when the meat wagon was backing up into the Ambo Bay at the PA, Princess Alexandra Hospital here in Brisbane. The Ambo spins around and he goes, mate. He says, now don't freak out. He says, when these doors open, there's going to be 6 or 7 people are going to rush you. And they're going to be all over you like there's no tomorrow. And I'm going, no, that's cool. I'm expecting, some sort of, kerfuffle when we hit the joint. And, oh, man, I was whipped out of that thing, prodded, poked, bled. They're still doing the bleeding. And rushed off for, the angiogram and all that crap. And
well, I'll be honest with you, mate. At our age, you can't risk it.
No, that was it. And I was dumb. I should have realised that I had actually was suffering the process way beforehand. Like my last furniture removal before the heart attack, I was only lasting 10 minutes and I'd have to sit down because I couldn't breathe. And there was that pain in the shoulder. That shit, and I was totally ignoring it, going, I'm just out of condition, I just need to get back into condition. And it wasn't. I was actually in the process of my artery closing. And so I got
be quiet, Amanda.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
I'm reading.
He talks a lot.
People are talking.
Is Ray backstage?
Why are you wanting to fight me now, Rogue? What did I say? I don't know why you're not up here. Right. Okay. So it's you, crazy, not me.
Yeah, I know it's me. Be quiet, Rogue. I know where you live, woman.
The middle of bumfuck nowhere in WA.
Yep.
I know it. Third gum tree on the left. Oh, the third black stump from the left after you go past the post box. Yeah, no.
So we've had some bad luck down here, Greg. The wife
Really?
fell over and smashed her wrist.
Oh,
and
no.
I mean, smashed it.
Oh, that's a serious
instantly
injury.
when I saw it, I said, "Yeah, that's a break." But the orthopedic surgeon said, "You didn't break it; you smashed it."
Oh.
So she went under the knife and got a plate put into it.
Oh, the poor thing.
And she's still doing the healing.
Mm. It's a long process, man. A long process.
Yeah. That's why I told her.
At least a year minimum.
Yeah, she's getting hang on. She's got to see the occupational therapist Monday, and she sees the orthopedic surgeon another week later.
Oh, the poor thing.
Yeah.
Oh, she's just at the beginning of a long, painful healing process there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the poor thing. A girlfriend of mine fell out climbing in a window, the silly girl, and she fell backwards and put her hand out to save herself and drove her wrist, basically split the tibia and the fibia in her, not the tibia and the fibia, whatever it is, the ulnar and the other thing in your arms, and basically split them apart. And she was lucky. There was this specialist orthopedic surgeon at the RBH hospital at the time. He specialised in that sort of injury, and he was able to achieve amazing results. Like, she was looking at having a paddle for a hand. You know, she wouldn't have had any wrist movement at all, but he was able to give her back, you know, about 60% of her wrist movement. So she was incredibly lucky.
The wife's got the wrist movement back. And
the
occupational therapist has given her exercises to do with her fingers and her So
squeezing the tennis ball.
Oh no, they don't do that anymore.
Oh, okay. They made me do that when I broke my hand.
No. Apparently, it causes damage to the tendons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd believe that. You know what causes more damage to your tendons? Trying to set your own broken bone in your hand. That's really dumb. That is dumb. When I told the doctors that I tried to reset the bone, they just went, "Are you crazy?" And I go, "What? Fuck, I thought it would help."
I've got a question. Yeah, I've got a question for Amanda. How's the dog?
Good, Jesus.
Brad, come up. I don't know why you're angry with us.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't she been a beautiful out the
backyard?
Fun?
Was she digging out the backyard?
Yeah.
Did you bath her?
Yep.
You better have.
Yeah, I did.
You know, my advice with dogs, honestly, is let them have one hole. They dig a second hole. They dig a second or third hole, fill it with water, shove their nose in it until bubbles come up, and they will not dig another fucking hole. And you let them have one hole. They all need a hole.
No.
You know, it's great when it's hot.
She's allowed to dig in the garden because it softens up the garden.
That's one way of looking at it.
We've got like our garden. It does need to be turned. It does need to be turned, but it's just
she's going to be good for that. But what are you going to do when you put plants in there and she digs them up?
No, fuck the one.
Yeah, see, bit of a drawback there.
If you put garden beds in and she starts digging, get this stuff called naphthalene flakes. All right.
Oh, mothballs.
Yeah, crushed up mothballs. Put them under the soil. She won't go near it.
Okay.
Sweet. Yeah, guarantee it. It'll burn her nose. I recommend just putting it outside the bed of the garden, and she won't cross it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another good way of doing it too.
Yeah. But I like that because naphthalene flakes are fucking potent. It's almost up there with putting bleach. If you want to stop a dog following you, just pour bleach on your track. And then from that point on, the dog will not be able to detect you because its nose will be fucked for days.
Ray, come up. What's going on?
Yeah, right.
She's pissed at me because I didn't go on her panel and she's still alive.
Oh, okay.
Evil man.
Yeah, I know. I just finished having tea. I thought I'd come see who was live, and I saw Greg was live. Hang on, I just got that notification. Ooh, hang on. Who's that man?
Yeah. It's been a while. I've been so busy. I brought this mad boat after the heart attack because I figured that trying to knock up a humpy out in the middle of Western Queensland was probably going to be really stressful on my body, and I'd be a long way from medical help. And I thought, fuck, what do I do? And so then I came up with this mad idea from my teenagehood when I had these fantasies of owning a sailboat, and brought one. Absolute madness. But, you know, I say that probably the lack of blood to the brain during the heart attack brought on this madness. But now that I've brought it, I have no choice. This is home. This is my home now. And she's a beautiful old thing. And we're having a great time together. She's testing me, and I'm asking her to do is to just get me safely from A to B and back.
Honestly, Greg, you should have gone out and bought yourself a good metal detector, good camps, good tent, and gone out on public land looking for gold. Yeah,
no, I was going down that path. Like I've got my, I spent a fortune on my four-wheel drive and Nissan Navara. I put a canvas canopy on the back, and it had all these extra windows and zip-up flaps and shit, so I could put my fridge in the back, and it's going to set it up for exactly for that purpose. But once I had the heart attack, I just thought, wow, yeah, that sounds like extremely stressful.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, fuck, you know, I've always wanted to have a boat. You know, like I spent my entire teenagehood reading stories like Hornblower and, you know, histories of Nelson and the British Navy and all that sort of crap. So I had this fascination all my life with it. And I thought, well, fuck, I'll just buy a boat. Now, at least it's not going to cost me anything. I mean, if you live on the land, you got to pay some bugger. You know, rent or fuck, you know, caravan fees or some shit. You know, I can sling my anchor in the middle of the Brisbane River with $1 million views, and it cost me $0.
Mm-hmm.
The electricity supplied by my alternator and my solar panels, and I've got a wind generator. So there's enough battery life in my house batteries to do everything I need. I've got a petrol generator when I want to cook my meals. I use my microwave. I bung her on. She charges my computer up. I'll probably have to put it on soon. That's something I better check. Yeah, 17% power left in the computer. So if you will just excuse me for 2 seconds and talk amongst yourselves, I'm going to kick my Jenny into life.
God, do I have to talk to her? She talks funny.
I know, mate. No, it's that New South Wales accent. The fuckers can't play football or talk fucking English. Back in a moment.
There you go, man. We're picking on you.
Yeah, no.
Can you say that again? I didn't understand it.
Yeah, no, you're picking on me.
Oh, if we didn't pick on you, nobody would. Who's that in the background?
Almost forgot.
Oh, it was Greg.
I've got a golden rule that if you're drinking and it's night time and you're going to go out onto the deck, you got to put your freaking life jacket on.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Very smart, I reckon. Most people that drown in this river were drunk. So, yeah. This is the idea is that at least I can scream for at least 10 minutes before I die. And
don't expect us to come for you.
Yeah, someone will notice, surely. I'll be back shortly.
Okay. I wish he'd stop calling us shortly. Oh, smile, Amanda. Yeah, I don't know. So what you been doing all day?
Pretty much just checking in on Tonic.
Oh, right. Yeah. I've been around here, there, and everywhere. Watching 4-wheel drive videos. Looking for some 4-wheel drive modification videos for a mate of mine. He's doing modifications to his 4-wheel drive.
Yeah, there's some out there.
Yeah, I know. I found some guys that do 4-wheel driving, and they're talking about all these modifications they've done to theirs. I sent him one video, and he phoned me up and said that he's going to be looking at doing a 4-inch lift on his shockers, 35-inch wheels on his 4-wheel drive, and he wants to do all this bloody shelving and everything in the back of it for when he goes out camping. So I've told him to just check that channel out and have a look at their 4-wheel drives and see if he gets any ideas from it. So,
because there's this guy, he's got his tent up top, but the back of his 4-wheel drive just comes out, and he's got it's like a massive table.
yeah.
Got everything on it, like with his bits and pieces and stuff.
Yeah,
like
got the kitchen in the back as well that pulls out.
Yeah,
and his esky or a fridge that'll pull out on a slider.
That's what it was. It was slider, and that's right. It was the full slider that came out.
Yeah,
and then he brought out a table that was close to it, and
that's what this guy's looking at doing. And over the top of the cooking area and the table, he's going to have a canopy that also pulls out. So
I know exactly that video that you showed him.
Yeah, well, there you go. See?
Because I've been watching a guy. He does survival camping.
Yeah.
And like when it's snowing, full blown snowing in what was it? Alaska. He goes out snow camping.
Yeah. Is that the guy that builds when he's out in the snow? He digs a hole and he climbs into the hole to sleep to get the cold chill off him.
Yep.
Yep, that's the guy I've watched.
Yeah.
I just simply work on the theory you don't go anywhere in the world where it fucking snows.
Well,
it's quite easy.
That's going to be a problem.
Tasmania.
I was going to say, in New South Wales, a high country, they get snow there.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Where I am, we get the wind from the snowfields.
Oh, that'd be cold. Oh, God damn it, no. I went to Tasmania once, and I was living in Hobart, and I was going to go up Mount Wellington. It was snow-capped at the time, middle of winter. And I spun around to this Tasmanian and said, "Oh, do you need any special clothing, to go into the snow?" He said, "Just make sure your boots are waterproof." I went, "Oh, yeah, cool." And being a Queenslander, I got my WD-40 out and sprayed my Ugg boots and went off into the snow with no gloves, no hat, just 3 jackets on and a pair of jeans and my Ugg boots. and then decided that we'd take a shortcut because walking up the road to top Mount Wellington was taking too long, and we could see this flat white field, or what appeared like a flat white field, between the two roads. And we thought, well, I'd rather put in the effort of going uphill hard and, cutting a bit of time off. And turned out it wasn't a flat field. The top of Mount Wellington is actually made up of boulders. And so we were just slipping and sliding, dropping down into these holes in the ground in the snow and battling our way for hours to get back to the road so we could turn around and walk back. And by then, my woolen Ugg boots were just these sodden masses on my feet. And I was experiencing for the first time heat ache in my hands and feet. And I kid you not, by the time heat ache, it's because your corpuscles and everything contract as your warm blood's trying to get in. It causes pain like you will not believe. It's like arthritis. It is nasty. And I remember we had to walk off the mountain down to the pub at the bottom, and they had a big fireplace, and I stood in the fireplace seriously with steam coming off me. We were so wet and cold. And then we had enough money to buy one rum between the three of us, and we're sipping the rum and then had to hitchhike back to Hobart. I do not like the snow. I'm never going near that fucking shit again. That was nasty stuff.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
Trust me, don't go near it.
No.
It's bad. Very bad. Good Queenslanders should never go near snow.
I live about 6 hours from the snowfields, like Parachute and all that down south.
Yeah.
And it's when it's because last year they got the fresh stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, early year they got the fresh stuff. We knew we were going to be coming in for a cold winter because the fresh stuff actually fell before they could even spray out the fake stuff.
Yeah.
And it was freezing cold.
Oh no. I'm just a good Queenslander. You know, it gets to 17 degrees, it's break out the snow gear. If it gets to fucking 0, you call the emergency services. And ask for help. I'm praising goddamn, help me. And then they'll probably come out and say, for fuck's sake, dickhead, put a pair of long pants on and some boots. Oh, okay, that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
I experienced that in Melbourne, me and this other Queenslander. We were standing there freezing to death. We got 2 jackets on each. And this Victorian spins around to us and goes, you Queenslanders amaze me, you're fucking idiots. And we got a bit upset about that. And we go, what do you mean? He says, it's freezing fucking cold. Your legs are gone purple. You got 2 fucking jackets on. Why don't you put on a pair of jeans? And thongs. And he says, put jeans and boots on, you fucking idiots. And we went, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. And then we went and got changed and went, oh, yeah, that's much better, thank you. Queenslanders, we're just not used to the cold.
No.
We can survive the nastiest heat you can throw at us. We've got methods to, keep yourself going. But when it comes to the cold, nah.
Hang on.
Queensland,
the northern weather, hot and dry or hot and wet? No, hot and dry, hot and wet, yeah.
No, I like summer when you get out of the shower and it's like you're still in the shower because the sweat's just pouring off your body.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've stepped out of a cold shower and you're still perspiring like there's no tomorrow. Oh, you got to love humidity. Those.
We get it here.
Sorry?
We get it here.
Oh, yeah. You cop it harder than I do, man.
Yeah,
it gets nasty here.
I said I hate the humidity.
Oh, it's a fuck, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm on a boat. Humidity's a major issue on a boat. Like if I've got to leave all my doors open. Like there's a door just here. You probably can't see it, but yeah, I got to leave the doors of my compartments open so that the humidity goes away. Otherwise, it starts condensing inside the compartments and shit and wetting everything inside, and then leaking down into the bilge and making the bilge pumps work harder. But that's living on a boat in Queensland.
You just reminded me of something, Greg.
Yeah.
I thought, that cigarette. And what brand are you smoking?
Stradbrakes, $27.80 at Woolies.
Yeah. What about you, Manda?
Bond Street.
Hey.
Bond Street. Oh, you fucking cheapie.
I'm not paying $35 for a packet of smoke.
Oh, yeah. I'm hearing you.
Greg.
Yeah.
Cost me $300 for a carton of cigarettes.
Oof.
Bond Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm on
the only reason she's smoking them is because I mentioned them and she went out and she bought them. Just to be like me.
Just to follow in your paw prints.
Yeah. She used to smoke JPS.
No, that shit'll kill you.
What happened was at my local petrol station. I live near a Shell, and
the city cat's going past.
Overnight, the prices went up. I was looking at the JPS, and it was like $35 fucking for a packet, and I went, "Fuck this shit." So I looked at the Bond Street. $30 a packet. Went sweet as it by them.
Greg, you've got a ghost.
No, mate, it's the city cats. They're the ferries on the Brisbane River. The bastards hoot past. They're supposed to do 6 knots.
Right.
They go past at about 20 knots, and they're these big ass catamarans, and so they throw a bow wave off that is and of course it's getting late. What is the time? It's 9. So between now and about midnight, because it's Saturday night, I'm going to get rocked to the shit house as these boats go up and down the river. But yeah, it's part of living on the river, rent free. Can't complain too much. Although I can bring up the council and say, listen, you city cats need to behave themselves, but you might as well piss on a duck. They're going to have the same effect.
Oh, that's it.
But I can understand their viewpoint. They've got schedules to keep to, and they want to just get home when they're knocking off work, especially 11 o'clock. The main ferry depot is just downriver from me, so they all come past about between 11 and midnight. They all start streaming past. Oh, it's just wonderful. There's something like 15 fucking city cats. So, gets a little rocky towards the end of the night, and then it doesn't start again until 5 a.m. the next morning. And that's when the first ferry toots past. But, I've got used to it. I slept in till 9 o'clock this morning, first time ever in a long, long time. I got a good sleep in. I got up at 5, and then I thought, fuck it. I'll read my book. I read 2 pages, and I was out. And then woke up again at 9.
I wish I could sleep in that long.
Oh, it doesn't happen often. And then at midday, I went, nah, fuck, I'm tired. I'm going to crawl into the V-bunk and go to sleep. And I didn't wake up again until 4 o'clock.
This one won't let me sleep at all.
No, God, no. Not puppies. No, and female, at least she'll get some brains within a year. Male dogs, they got no fucking brains for 2 years minimum.
Man,
pointless trying to train the bastards.
Mine's stubborn as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fuck.
Got a cattle dog.
Takes after its owner.
Yeah. It's amazing. You got to wonder, do dogs resemble their owners or do owners resemble their dogs?
No, I'm not
Although
making a
you don't
comment.
have to answer crazy because that could be incriminating.
Yeah, that's right. It could be.
Good Lord. You could be doxing yourself. Yes, this is what I look like. You're going to have to one day show us what you actually look like, Dingo. You know they don't.
Never.
Hey, do you see that my trademark up in the corner? That's actually a dingo. And the idea of that photo is to show people that what they think are dingoes and the colours of dingoes is not true. Dingoes come in all variety of shapes, size, and colours.
Yeah, well, that's it. I did post a picture on in Discord going back ages.
Yeah.
And it was a dingo pup.
Yep.
And it had light chocolate colour with black markings across its nose.
Yep.
And then I dropped another picture, and they said, "What's that?" I said, "That's a dingo." You're joking? I said, "No, it was white as snow."
Yeah, I posted a picture of my dingo on Facebook, and this yank spins around and goes, "That's not a dingo." I said, "Now the fuck would you know?" Which put him in his place. I thought, "You fucking idiot, telling me what a dingo looks like. I live here. I've got one."
Well, that's it. Mate, it's like a guy on Pipe. Someone said he's got an Australian Shepherd. I said,
What?
"Yeah." He said, "Yeah, it's an Australian." He's got an Australian dog. That's right. I said, "Oh, what you got?" He said, "Australian Shepherd." I said, "Sorry, read up on that breed. It's not Australian. It comes from California. That's where it originated from." He said, "No, you don't know what you're talking about." I said, "Don't I?" I dropped the link in the chat into Discord. I said, "There you go. Read up on it."
Mm-hmm.
I do like it when Americans tell me that I don't know about my own country, and I sort of laugh and go, "Really?
And
You've been living here for 64 years, mightn't be giving me a clue about my country."
Well, that's it. And I like it when I catch them out on the drop bears.
Oh, mate, they fall for it every time. Riding the kangaroo to school.
Yeah, well, I was watching a stream today, and they mentioned emus. I said, I used to ride one of them to school.
Yeah, great ride.
I said, "Did you really?"
Great ride.
I said, "Yeah, great ride."
But they peck like a bugger.
I said, threw the saddle up on it, jumped on, off I went to school.
It's like riding an ostrich, mate.
Yeah.
That's it.
What's that one? Robinson Family or something, wasn't it? Where they were riding emus in the movie. Ostriches, sorry.
Yeah, ostriches. Oh shit! I remember the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, shouldn't have mentioned it. It's now a brainworm that'll kick in about 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll wake up, go, I know the name of the movie. Oh, I can sleep now.
What?
Poor Amanda. She looks bored.
No, I'm fine.
No, you're not.
No, it's all right. We've only been going for an hour and a bit.
Yeah, and my wife wants to watch a movie, so I've got to keep an eye on the time.
Oh, yeah, no, fair call. What movie?
I'm not sure yet. She's
sobbing fucking art stories that women like watching.
No. We watched that new Thor movie. We watched that new Thor movie the other week, and we were not impressed in it. It was.
I'm just not into the whole Marvel comic era.
Yeah,
my generation was, Batman, Superman, and Green Hornet. That's about it.
That new Thor movie, it was too much on the line of comedy. They tried to make it funny, and it just didn't wash.
Fair enough.
It's not what it's about. I mean, it was about rip snorting yarns, the good beats evil, and in this climatic fight scene. But it's gone a long way from that now, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It has.
I mean, my favourite out of all the TV shows I ever watched as a kid was Get Smart, because that
Yes.
Yeah.
operated on so many levels. It operated on a kid level, it operated on an adult level, it operated in the political, it operated in the comedic. It was just brilliant, brilliantly written, brilliantly.
I only watched it for Agent 99.
Oh yeah, I had dreams about her too. She was gorgeous
Yeah.
with the bob haircut and those big flat batting eyes.
Yeah. And the kind of
And of
silence.
course, Max was the key to it all.
Yeah. And what was his name? Siegfried. Chaos.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I am Siegfried. I am from Chaos. We do not do that in Chaos. Good Lord, yeah.
Okay, you two. I'm going to drop and
All right, mate. You have a good night. Enjoy the movie.
Yep.
And look
And
after the missus. She's going to be in a fair bit of pain, man.
Yeah, I will do, mate. We've got a pain pill
Excellent.
killers.
Yeah, keep it drugged. That's the best thing, you know. A bit like, you know,
give
wild
me
dogs.
peace of mind.
You know. No, send her my best, and I hope she has a speedy recovery, mate.
Yeah, I will do,
bone
mate.
ache lasts for months. It's
And
not
Amanda,
nice.
you go to bed early.
No.
Yeah. And
Right.
if the dog lets you.
Yeah.
And stay out of trouble.
Oh, yeah. Well, now you're going the impossible, right?
I was going to say, I'll hear all
Look
about
at
it
that woman.
tomorrow.
Does that not look like trouble? It looks like trouble to me.
Yeah. Okay, catch us all. Take care.
Catch ya.
Yeah, mate. Oh, good to catch up with Dingo. Haven't spoken to him for donks. And he's up in the about 3/4 up the way up the state. So, yeah, when he talks humidity, he's talking real fucking nasty humidity. You know, it just gets worse the further you go.
Mm-hmm.
My favourite hate spot is Rocky. It's just fucking hot. And it's all rocky country, hence the name Rockhampton. No, it's not actually named after some arsehole. But no, it is. It's just nasty. It's hot. And from there on until you get up to Townsville, you've got Bowen, and it just gets meaner and nastier and hotter and drier and, ruggeder. It's just shit roads.
I'm in the middle.
Sorry?
Where I am. I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
The hot. I get 4 seasons here.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, bugger that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sydney's biggest problem is you cut all the fucking trees down. I mean, it's a concrete heat sink that just sucks heat into it and then expels it all fucking night long.
We've got to remove these trees next door to my house.
Yeah.
In the public park. You know those gum trees that the branches just drop?
Yeah, blue gums. It's dreadful for it. It changes, extreme changes in temperature causes the boughs to drop off, and they're fucking dangerous. They kill people every year. People get killed camping under blue gums. I won't camp under a blue gum for life nor money.
We've got 4 of them, 3 of them.
Ooh, that's not good. I'll be getting on to the council.
We've tried.
No good. Bloody tree huggers.
This
that was the biggest issue in Victoria when they had the Black Friday fires. I think it was Black Friday. But was the fact that all the tree huggers had won out, and there was no longer the clearing of the dead wood in the undergrowth. Because you could or cutting trees back that were just obviously dangerous, and because the greenies won, and they weren't allowed to do it, and then hence you had that massive fire that took out 1/3 of the fucking state of Victoria and killed 720 odd fucking people.
People don't understand those trees. Yes, they're dangerous. They're deadly. That's why people cut down, and then you make that shit out of firewood.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I couldn't believe it when I moved to Melbourne. I said, "What the fuck happened to all your trees?" And then winter came, and I realised what happened to their trees. You cut them down to get warmth.
Yeah, my auntie, she's got one of those fireplaces. She's got opened. It's a fireplace that's in a stand.
Yeah.
Like enclosed fireplace. She's got one of those.
So
she would need firewood. Oh fuck yeah! I would love to have one now.
Definitely would need firewood.
Like they're so beautiful to watch, and they warm up the room.
Yep. Sorry, I was just looking at the analytics. Terrible. That's all right. Who cares? I'm having a chat.
Hey, Clash.
Oh, Clash in Canada, mate. Been a while. Good Lord. See, they're starting to wake up in America. And now we're starting to run out of steam and beer.
Yep.
Happens every damn time. Every time I do a post, I do a live, I get these comments later going, "Oh, shit, missed your live." Yeah, because it's so early over there. You'd think they just set their clocks forward and work in real time. But no, they've got to have their fantasy time. Oh, I'm in another part of the world. The sun comes up differently. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Whinging buggers. Not them poms. 10 hours behind us.
Yeah.
And no humor about it.
Yeah, some of them are 9 hours behind us.
Oh, no, I think the Yanks are about 15 hours behind us or something. 14, 15.
14 for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're in fantasy land. Sorry. My bad.
15, yeah, it'd be 15 hours.
Yeah, for New South Wales and Victoria,
16.
Tassie,
South
A, and the rest of us go, no, fuck yous. We're going to stick to real time. The sun comes up at this time. It goes down at this time. Has done since time started. And yet you lot think you all need an extra hour of sunlight after you finish work in summer. It doesn't make much sense.
If it had been the really hot, dry heat, I would love it.
Be so bad.
Because I could go out and walk her.
Yep.
In that beautiful night air, and still have daylight that I'm protected.
Yeah. No, it's
But yeah. But do I get a sleep in? Hell no.
What the worst part I found of living in Melbourne was winter, because the sun wouldn't come up till 7 in the morning, and it'd go down by fucking at the shortest time of the year. It's probably going down at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun's gone, and it depressed me. I was deeply depressed during my Melbourne winters. I found it a horrible time of year. I was going to work in the dark. I was coming home in the fucking dark. It was constantly freezing fucking cold. And I didn't enjoy it. And summer's brilliant down there, because if it's hot, you just stand in the shade and you get cool. Love it. Dry heat, nothing better. But, up here, as you know, up here, it don't matter where you hide. It's just fucking hot.
No.
Unless you've got some method of evaporating the perspiration off your body, you're just going to be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I spent New Year's quite a few years ago in Ipswich.
Oh, always 2 to 3 degrees hotter than Brisbane. Is Ipswich constantly hot out there? Nasty bit of country, and most of the military, a lot of the military live out in Ipswich. So I spend all of my summer going out to Ipswich, and I hate the joint with a passion. It's like the Gold Coast. I don't like it either. I don't know why people want to go there on a holiday. As me beat, every time I go there, I've got to work. So I don't like the fucking joint at all. I used to take the family. I go, we're going to the beach today, and I drive past Surfers Paradise and go, there's the beach, and keep driving.
I would love to go back to the Gold Coast to the parks up there. But I'm like, nah, fuck it. I'll just save my money.
Yeah. Better off going up. States. Oh, yeah, fair call. Yeah, I just have no interest in going to America. One, I don't think I get past border control. And two, I would just piss every American off I met. And they'd probably shoot me dead. Yeah, it's not for me.
No, I want to go see Dutch and a couple of the others. And I've got a great aunt that's over there, so I want to go see her. Oh,
yeah, fair call.
And, yeah.
No, the only rally I've got living overseas is in Japan. And I don't think I'd last any longer in Japan than I would in America because, the first time I get drunk, I'd jump up at the end of it and go, listen, not only did we win the fucking war, I personally dropped the bomb, you arseholes. And it deserved to be whooped. And I know Gregory's not going to last long after he says that. So, no, Japan's off the list. America's off the list. As a matter of fact, everywhere except New Zealand, where I plan raising the Australian flag and declaring it to be the 7th state of Australia, I think I might survive that one. Maybe.
The rest, you turn around and say it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah. Well, they beat you to death. Yeah, mongrel. I'm sure the Maoris will get the jokes. The Kiwis will get the joke.
Yeah.
But, Japanese people and Americans wouldn't get Australian humour when we're pulling the piss out of their country.
No.
Or rightfully saying, well, what's the point of winning a war if you can't brag about it? Jesus, we beat you bastards. Just admit it.
Well, we did.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a play called The Last Sonata, and it's about the nurses.
Oh, okay.
Captured in Indonesia.
Yes.
Went to Sumatra.
Nurse Bull.
Pardon?
Nurse Bull. Wasn't that her name? Nurse Bull, the woman who survived?
There was a couple of them, but there was still heaps of them that survived. But this one just made an interview sort of play about it.
Oh, okay. That would be interesting.
And
it was horrific.
Yes, and it actually went into detail on what they went through.
Yeah, right. And then the out-and-out murder of them at the end when it was just fucked.
I don't remember the rapes, but might have been. But it was the murders that pretty much digging their own graves.
Yep.
What else was
and then at the end there was, well, at least with the Nurse Bull, I think that was her name, was Bull. It was a strange name. But she received commendations and shit for it, but they were forced to wade out into the sea. And then the Japanese machine gunned them while they were in the sea, and she was the only one who was lucky enough or unlucky enough, depending on your viewpoint, to survive. And she was awarded, I think one of the best military awards given to a female in the Second World War.
Must have been another.
It was a repeated story. Anywhere the Japs caught up with Aussie nurses, it wasn't a good end for them.
No, this camp. There was camps all over Sumatra. But this camp, they waited it out until they heard this. They heard the horn. Then the Japs had to let them go. But it was like 3 years after the war with this one particular camp.
Shanghai, I'm assuming we're talking about.
No, it's Sumatra.
Sumatra, oh, sorry, all right. I can't name that one. I've got the book here somewhere. I will find it. To me, my granddad, Warlord of Art, mate, how's it going? I hope it's 9:40. What's the time now?
9:40, so...
Oh, good, I got to you in time. The whole Second World War, from our viewpoint, was horrific.
Yeah.
And the treatment of our troops by the Japs was beyond the pale, as far as I'm concerned. My granddad, honestly, he served in both wars, and my dad was not game to buy a Japanese car while his dad was still alive, because if you just wore thongs, he would rip it up you like there was no tomorrow. You're wearing the thongs. It's Japanese, rah. And he had a passionate hatred for them. And understandable given his wartime experiences. Yeah. And his generation. And they had a passionate hatred for him. And in some ways, that's naturally progressed across to me. That, I do find it difficult at times to be civil to Japanese people when I think back on the history. And in particular, because the Japanese government tends to underplay the whole history of the war and portrays it as, the Japanese were good people who didn't do evil things to our troops. And that doesn't sit well with me. I get really pissed off.
Yeah. Well, they didn't. They were just like the others, just because they were better than the Germans.
Yeah.
They were still assholes at the end of the day.
100%. But I mean, they actually believed that they were the Germans of Asia, that they were evolutionarily better than all the other people in Asia, and in particular Europeans like us, that they were superior, that they had evolved above us on the Darwinian scale of evolution. And that led them to this fucking insane belief. And, of course, the Bushido Code is a seriously evil, fucked up piece of shit. As my professor in ethics taught me at uni, he spun around and he said, if you meet someone who says he lives by the Bushido Code, run, because he is the most dangerous person you will ever meet. And I think the war proved that point. Sorry.
Yeah. Caught up in
my lectures of history.
It's all good. But, I just had to move the doggo.
What's the dog doing? Oh, he's just laying there.
Yeah, I just had to move her so I could. She's put up another fucking cord.
Oh, they love eating electrical cable.
Mm-hmm.
A bit like sharks. They like eating international cables, evidently.
So she's not allowed in this area of the lounge room unless I'm in there.
No, that's fair enough.
I was in there with her. She's on the other side of the lounge. Okay, she's just quiet, sleeping, or she's chilling on her toy. Once I realised what she was chewing on, I went, oh, you fucking little shit.
Oh, will I hobo? Yeah, g'day, mate. Yeah, and the good ship Pelican. Yeah, she is a beautiful boat, and we're both staying afloat at the moment. Although, yeah, my house batteries are down to 11.9 volts, but I don't worry about that till it gets below 10, and then the water starts rising. No, I definitely don't want to wake up in the morning to rising waters again.
No.
It's a bit rough starting your day with the emergency procedures. But, yeah, like I use my brain, so I have my life jacket on hand at all times. I've got all the, the U-Butte safety equipment, flares, E-perps and crap. Take every precaution that's available to keep us safe. And I mean, it's not just me safe, keeping the Pelly safe. I'm sure she doesn't want to sit at the bottom of the ocean either.
Exactly. It's about being a boat owner is. You got to keep yourself and keep the boat, keep yourself, even though the boat's property, but it's a vessel, and that vessel get you from point A to point B, and if you need help, it's anything that's going to help you.
Oh yeah, it's I mean, that's the beauty of the ocean. I think is that it's down to you. You can make it or you can break it. Either way, there's consequences. But I'm not out there to be a hero. I'm out there to sail in good weather, and when it's not good weather, hide somewhere and avoid it like the plague. You'll live longer, I'm assuming. It's like being in a truck. If the shit goes bad, then it's probably time to pull over and just wait until the weather's done with it having its hissy fit. Yeah, but at the same time, you got to. Yeah, that's the beauty of a boat is you don't have to get anywhere at any specific time because it's impossible to say you're going to be there.
If you know you got to be somewhere by a certain time, you can plan around that.
Yeah, like making sure you leave early enough to actually get there if shit goes bad. But even then, you're not guaranteed to get there in a boat.
Mm-hmm.
You could be socked in for 3 weeks with just shit weather and bad winds, and you just got to sit for 3 weeks. That's why my all my little compartments are chockers blocked full of fucking dehydrated food and crap like that. Like you can just get caught somewhere and you're fucked. You're just gonna sit there. And unless you want to embarrass yourself by calling marine safety, and marine safety insists if they come out to save you, they're coming out to remove you from your boat and leave your boat there.
Yep.
And that's not going to happen. Not unless it's dire straits. I'm not going to abandon my boat in the sea. It's damn hard to get them back.
Yep.
It's not like you can wait for them to drift to shore like your surfboard. That's not going to happen.
Or in case, a boogie board.
Yeah. Well, I've got a wee dinghy on the back that's not much of a lifeboat, but it's better than swimming. And if worst comes to the worst, that's where we'll go. But we've got the beautiful E-perp. Once you pull the button on that thing, you immediately have notified Australian Marines Search and Rescue. Yeah. They're engaged immediately in working out how they can get someone to you to save your ass. And
if not, you've got the you're that far out. You've got the Australian Navy there.
Yeah. I mean, they'll deploy anything that's near you. They'll contact commercial boats, ships, and say, hey, there's a boat in distress. It's X number of nautical miles away from you. can you turn around and assist? And by law, all boats are required to provide any and all assistance that they possibly can to someone in distress at sea. Because it's no laughing matter. If you're fucked at sea, you're in serious fucking strife. If you're in the water, yeah, your chances of survival have just decreased dramatically. And I learned a new interesting thing, and it's called secondary drowning. And that means you don't actually have to be beneath the water to drown. You can be bobbing around in your life jacket and you're getting waves or spray into your face. You build up enough water in your lungs eventually that you drown and you die. It's called secondary drowning. The trick is evidently is to keep your back to the waves. That way they're crashing over you rather than into your face. And that increases your survivability. And, you know, like there's this guy, I watched a video on it where he went overboard out in the Arafura Sea in the Gulf of Carpentaria. And he got blown, he fell off his boat, attached by his lifeline, had to make that dreadful decision that to cut the lifeline from the boat because the lifeline kept dragging him under the water and he was going to drown anyway. So he's made the decision to cut the line. He's cut the line. He's hit his personal EPIRB on his life jacket, and that's immediately set search and rescue off. And so it still took them 7 hours to get a boat to him. It took 2 hours to get a plane above him, and the plane just circled around him, you know, to give him a bit of confidence that help was on the way, sort of thing. There wasn't a great deal they could do. And that's what they did, basically. And 7 hours later, a ship eventually arrived to take him on board. But the Arafura Sea is just chockers full of tiger sharks. It is full of the motherfucking things, and they are the most aggressive sharks. They make bull sharks look like puppies. And so what he did, he dealt with the issue of secondary drowning in that he kept his back to the waves, but the way he did it was just using slight hand movements rather than splashing around on the surface with his arms frantically trying to align himself. And that would have attracted the tiger sharks immediately, that there was something in the water that was in distress, and they would have come up and gobbled him. But he just kept calm, kept faith that, you know, he'd hit his PLB or whatever they are, personal alert beacon, and location beacon, personal location beacon on his life jacket. The Marine Rescue immediately looked at their computers and went, right, his boat, you know, if you're going to sail seriously, you need an AIS, which is like a satellite location beacon on your boat. So they were able to look at that and say, all right, here's his boat, and here he is a kilometre south of his boat. So we can assume he's no longer on his damn boat. Like, it's not like he was able to send out a mayday. And they were able to then go, all right, we need to deploy units out to there. And they were able to do so, and he survived. But the best part of his whole video, it goes for an hour or so, but was the game of psychology. You know, that you didn't give up hope. You just had to believe that help was coming. Otherwise, your chances of survival decreased dramatically once again. And they weren't good to start with. But if you lose faith, if you lose that will to fight, then you're not going to make it.
All right, Greg, it's 10 to 10 here. I'm going to get to bed.
Yeah, man. I'm going to have to go too. I'm going to shut this down. It's been, it's almost 2 hours. Yeah, so it's been great. I'm really, Willie Hobo, Clash in Canada, I need to stop. Warlord of Art, It's been lovely seeing you all again. And please keep tuned. I do plan to be a little more regular. Yeah, now that I've sort of basically sorted out the basics of the boat. And so we'll have some more time to get on here. And I plan sharing some great video. I'm using the dash cam off my truck and attaching it to the windscreen of my boat and getting this awesome footage of the boat sailing.
Cool.
So I will be annoying the crap out of everyone by posting my fucking dash cam footages of my boat. But I love yous all, and I will catch you the next time. Buon notte. Good night. Ciao.
Bye.